Hey, what's up, everybody? So, if you like the Dolphins, you're in the right place. I'm not going to do any cuts. I know a lot of these guys that do this. This is my first video, so I'm not really going to go all hard, like with the intro video and stuff like that. This could be my last video. Don't know. But, I wanted to at least start it just in case I felt the urge to talk about Dolphins, especially right now. You know what I mean? So, I'll start off with introductions. My name is Patrick Forrest. I said it like that because I don't know why. But I am a director. I'm also in film. Just ironically, if you watch Doug, Doug is a film major for video and editing and stuff like that. I am actually a film major for directing and film production. But it's not the same. Like his works so well with him. By the way, I'm gonna name drop him real quick. Doug Lee, I'll tag him in this video. Great guy. I think he's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Obviously, I'm not as professional as him. I don't got no cool backdrops or, unless you know what these are. You know what I mean? But he just is. He's the guy that it's more of like a nice podcast. It feels more like than watching a video. So I kind of want to do the same thing. I have a lot of the same thought processes that he has, that Omar has, that a lot of the people that we work listen to all the time. It's just like it's more personal. So I wanted to give my take on stuff, especially with the Dolphins. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the Dolphin fans. I try to be as mutual as possible in every situation, anything to do with anything in life, but Dolphins specifically because like Tua. Oh man, that is its own thing. You know what I mean? Like that is its own argument within itself. You just say that 3-letter word and people just blow up all over the place. I get it, but at the same time, man, like why? I just don't get it. I'm not going to get into that right now. But stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a Tua-non, I'm not the Tua dislike, whatever they're called. I try to at least stay as current to being not being biased, not being favorable, not being like, oh well, we sucked in the past. I've been a fan of the Dolphins for about 25 years. And the last probably 15 years, I've been nothing but I know every move they make. I know all the people that talk about it. I know all the connections. I don't have connections, but I always keep track of every single Dolphin move that happens. Sometimes I'll be within the first 10 seconds that someone posted about it. And so that's what Doug does. And he makes videos about it and stuff like that. I like doing that kind of stuff, and I think, and he's a great inspiration to me and everyone, and he does a great-ass job. So if you're not following him and you're a Dolphin fan, go follow him now, like I said, in the thing. All right, so now that that's done, I wanted to talk about the Dalvin Cook signing. Or not signing. Now I'm in trouble. Talk about the Dalvin Cook situation and the interviews and all that stuff, because I actually just watched Doug's interview video not too long ago. And I was kind of thinking about it, and it's crazy to think that people are going to say he's not going to come unless Miami fully undermines, which they're not going to. They're not going to undermine anything, and you guys know that. I feel like if Greer wants it, he's just going to be patient. Like all these guys, like Omar, like Doug, like a couple other people, or Big O, all those guys. It's kind of just like you got to be patient. You know what I mean? Like, Greer has gone after people he wants. Look, we got Tyreek, we got Byron, we got Byron. Why did I say Byron? Oh, God, this is going to be a bad no cut. Okay, so Armstead. I don't know why I said Byron. Armstead, Hill, Ramsey, Chubb. He's gone to big lengths to get those people. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if he really wants Dalvin, which, as you've all read in the news for the last couple months, they have been putting little tiny feeders in every single running back. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think why they didn't go after Swift even harder was because I think they were thinking about Dalvin Cook. They go, oh, well, we'll throw kind of a little bit at Swift, to get Swift. And if it doesn't work, we don't care. We got kind of a sell in Dalvin. Because I think if they got Swift, they would just say, oh, we just got a younger Dalvin in certain ways, kind of. And so I think that's why they didn't go after Swift harder, to be honest with you guys. I think they've been in contacts with them, not colluding or, doing anything that's illegal, as we're all known for. Our owner has nicely messed that up for all of us. But you know, it's just if when Dalvin joins, okay, if he joins, I guess you have to play the middle ground. But I'm sure Greer has been in contact. He's been talking to, and you know, not everything happens in one day. You know what I mean? Like you have to sit there and talk, and like, excuse me, and like you gotta search the fishes, man. You gotta search out. You gotta look out. And I feel like if Dalvin didn't do that, he would feel like regret that he on his last contract possibly his last contract in the year, if he gets enough years, which he'll probably get 2 or 3. I don't know if he'll retire after that, but like he wants to make sure that he checks every box. He goes to every house. He goes to every situation. He hears every pitch, because at the end of the day, when he makes that final decision, that's the decision he's making for the next few years. And so you got to realize that if he just went to Miami and they're like, hey, here's $7 million, and you're just like, okay, yeah, sure. But you'd have regret, you know, what if his career doesn't go so well in Miami? You know what I mean? Or what if he gets hurt, which I hope he does not under every circumstance. But, you know, I feel like we all just got to be patient. The Fangio stuff is a perfect example. Like, think about it. Remember when all of the Dolphin fans were freaking out that Fangio was going to go somewhere else? I had gotten in so many arguments. I have been in so many situations, and every Dolphin fan has. If there's a Dolphin fan here, if you're watching this and you go, I don't argue with people, then you're not in the right groups, all right? You go on Bleacher Report, you go on Facebook, bro. It's like piranhas out there, man. Everyone's attacking everybody. It does not matter what colors we all wear at the end of the day, but it should, but it doesn't. And I feel like that's the problem. It's not even just Tua stuff, but again, I'm not trying to get into that. But just be patient. Be patient, man. Fangio took a little bit. We all had to wait. We all had to listen to the murmurs and all the chippers and all that good stuff. And guess what? He's our defensive coordinator. Guess what? He's forming the next best defense that the Dolphins have seen in a long time. We've had an okay defense. When we had Cam Wake, yeah, that was great. You know, and when we had like Randy Starks and you know, Joey Porter and, you know, Joey Porter, I feel like that's still a little far back because Joey Porter actually was playing the same time as Zach. So, but, you know, I think this will be one of the best defenses we've seen in a while. We had a really good defense 2 years ago with Brian Flores, but yeah, that's a totally different style of defense. You can't compare the two. So, but that's kind of what I wanted to say. I know it's probably already been too long of a video. Let me look at the time. 7 minutes. Nice. But again, I don't know if this will be my last video. I go off of videos for inspiration because, you know, I have other things like film and making films and writing for films and all that fun stuff. But I really wanted to do this because I thought it to myself. I was talking like Yoda now. How much passion I have for being a Dolphins fan. Every year I'm sitting on the seat. Every year I'm waiting for the next news. Every time I'm checking everything. I do that just unconsciously at this point. And I always have made comments to people like, hey, if you love something or do something every single day, why not record it and give it a reason? You know what I mean? Like, give it a purpose. Like, record all your stuff. You know, if you play a lot of video games, play a lot of video games. If you write a lot of poems, send them out. If you writing a book just for fun, push it through people. You know what I mean? Like, don't let your artistic ability be boxed into this tiny little thing. You know what I mean? And that's just, you know, so I got into a big rant about that. I apologize. But because I feel like a lot of people do that. So I thought since I'm so passionate about the Dolphins, let's talk about Dolphin stuff. And yes, as you can tell, I am a nerd. I know Doug is too. I'm also a huge anime fan. So I appreciate you guys. I don't know if I have an outro, maybe like Fins Go or something, or maybe I'll come up with something at some point. But if you guys want to leave a comment, if you got this far, awesome. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you listening to me jabber. You know, put a comment in there of what you think I should just talk about for fun or talk about with, you know, other fans. I would love to answer comments as long as they're not to an argumentative point. But again, I want to shout out Doug. I want to shout out Big O. I want to shout out Omar Kelly, because I watch and listen to those guys all the time. Gave me a lot of, I am in front of the camera a lot, but gave me a lot of want and meaning to want to do this more. So I thank you guys. And if you actually watch this, I really appreciate you. Fins go. I get, nah, that was lame. Cut it.